Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and today I decided I'm going to do my very first YouTube book haul. I am doing my July book haul, and I have 5 books to show you that I have bought over the month of July. Some are ones that I haven't really heard much about, even on YouTube, and then others I've heard tons about, and I just can't wait to dive into them. So let's get started. The first book that I bought for the month of July is the 3rd book in the 5th Wave series by Rick Yancey. This is called The Last Star, and I've actually already read this one. I actually listened to the 3rd one on audiobook. I've read the other 2 books a long time ago. Finally got to the 3rd one, but I still didn't have the physical copy. So when the book actually came out in paperback, which was just recently, I think it was like the end of May, maybe June, somewhere in there, I had to have my hands on it so I could complete my whole paperback set. I was able to get it on Barnes & Noble for super cheap because I used my 20% off coupon if you're a member of Barnes & Noble. So this book was super cheap, and I'm excited to complete my 5th Wave series. My second book for my July book haul is called With Malice, and it is by Eileen Cook. I've heard a lot of booktubers talk about this about a year ago, probably. I had to quickly pick it up as soon as I saw that it was on sale online through Barnes & Noble, and I got it super cheap in paperback. And this is about a girl who ends up in the hospital on a trip in Italy, and she's been in a horrific car accident, but she doesn't remember anything. She doesn't remember like the past 6 weeks of her life, so she doesn't know how she ended up in a car accident. She doesn't remember anything from the previous 6 weeks while she was in Italy. Her dad flies her home so that she could get proper care while in the United States, but at the same time, he makes her lawyer up, and she's trying to fit together all the bits and pieces of what really happened with this car accident, how the last 6 weeks of her life in Italy while she was traveling abroad, what's happened. So I've heard great things about this book, and I'm so excited to get into it. I cannot wait. My 3rd book in my July book haul is called Codename Verity. It is by Elizabeth Wein. And this is set back in World War II. On October 11th, 1943, a British spy plane is taken down. And there's these 2 girls. They happen to be best friends. One is the pilot and one is her co-pilot. And only one of them gets to survive. They get shot down in France in a Nazi-occupied area. And I love anything to do with World War II. I've heard great things about this book. It's kind of like their journey of after their plane is taken down and the 2 girls having to make some really big decisions in a situation that is very volatile and scary. And I'm so excited to get into this book. I love anything to do with World War II. I've heard so many great things about this, and I'm so excited to get started on it. My 4th book is called The Cellar. This one is by Natasha Preston, and it is about 3 girls who are kidnapped and kept in a cellar of this man's house. He wants them to be his family. About the perspective from the girls' point of views, and I guess, do they escape? Do they not? I've heard great things about this book. The reviews on it are fantastic, and this author, Natasha Preston, has several other books that seem right up my alley, that are like mysterious, kind of thrillerish. I've never read a book by her yet, and when I saw this one, I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try her out. I love kind of creepy feel books. I can't wait to get started in this, and I hope I really fall in love with her because the other books that she has sound phenomenal, so we'll see how this goes. She may be a new favorite author of mine. Guess we'll find out. My 5th and final book of my July book haul is called The Weight of Lies. This one is from Emily Carpenter. She has written several other books. I've never actually read a book by her yet, so this will be my first one. This one sounds fantastic. It's about a woman she is asked to write a memoir of her mother and how this stuff came about and how she grew up, and she agrees to it. And as she starts digging into her past and also digging into her mother's past, as she's trying to write this memoir, she starts to figure out that some things aren't what they seem, and that her mother may have more secrets than just with this horror book that supposedly she wrote many, many years ago. And she starts to find out some things about her mother that may not be so great. I have never heard of anyone reading it, to be honest with you, but I read the reviews and I read the synopsis and I was like hooked. I'm like, oh my gosh, I've got to have this book. I'm super excited to get into this book and I cannot wait. So there you guys have it. All 5 of my books that I bought in the month of July for my book haul. Of course, book number 5 is one that's just completing my series and I've actually already read it. And then the other 4 are ones I cannot wait to dive into, and maybe I'll put one of these on my August TBR. I don't know, I guess we'll find out. So I bought all of these books online through Barnes & Noble's website, except for Codename Verity. I bought that one during Amazon deal days and I got it for like $4 and something, and I was like, hell yeah, no shipping. So anyways, I can't wait to dive into these. These are so fantastic, and yes, they're all paperback. I really don't care what kind of books I get. I love hardback, I love paperback, I love it all. So anyways, thank you so much for joining me on my channel. I can't wait to do more of these. We'll see how I do in the month of August. Thank you so much for joining me. Please subscribe and like my channel. And I will list all of these down below, so maybe you can get them for super cheap as well. I will talk to you guys later. Bye.